Hmm. So that's the national dress for the Philippines. Okay. Welcome everybody to 48 Talk, episode
Oh boy.
152. I am your host, Rage Body as always. Joining me this time is DX Takamina on the right,
Yo.
Derek on the bottom left, and Colin Johnson on the bottom right. Happy birthday, Derek!
Happy birthday!
Woo!
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you.
so we took a little week off because I can't remember
Scheduling
why.
issues?
Yeah, I think scheduling
Scheduling.
issues. We always say that scheduling issues, probably.
That's
That's
true.
right.
It is true though, because we are all busy and we still have time differences and stuff like that. So sometimes we miss a week. Hopefully we don't, but I don't think we missed that much. But Derek, let's start off where we want to talk about first.
Yeah. I do want to briefly, and I do mean briefly, address the Manila 48 controversy that we had that boiled over on our last MV. Here's the thing: we're four dudes that really like what we like, and we're not trying to be a news agency here. And we don't often research stuff because we don't need to. Our fans are cool enough to give us all the information we need. And on top of that, it's not really the point of this show. If you want a news thing about Manila 48 or any other group in the AKB48 world, there's plenty of people out there that do that, and they do it way better than we ever will. So stop trying to make us into that, because we're not. Second of all, and this is the part I'm going to be as brief as possible about, we are opinionated, and guess what? Opinions not everyone's going to like. And if we're a little brutal with those opinions, deal with it. Because I got very little agitated, as I think we all did, with some of the comments we were receiving, simply because they weren't fair to us. You guys are misunderstanding what we're all about. And then I even had somebody on my Twitter who I think worked on the video like message me and try embarrassingly to justify the debacle that was that video. I'm sorry, it was a debacle, and we're gonna move on, and that's all we're gonna say about it. Don't talk about it anymore, please don't, because there's just no point. We get where you're all coming from, but they made a bad video. They know they made a bad video. It had nothing to do with them and L girls. We love them. We have no problem with them. Case closed. There you go. Let's move on.
Perfect.
Fair enough?
Okay.
So how
All
do you
right.
feel 1 year older now?
Yeah.
Well, I am 105 according to my Facebook profile, so
Hey.
I guess I should tell you. No, I here's the thing. Like I had, I'm just gonna be really honest. You know, I had probably one of the shittiest birthdays I've ever had in my life. It's kind of an extension of what I've been going through since getting off tour and dealing with things that have happened and stuff. But I'm not that guy that's like, you know, depressed, like, and I'm not gonna let it bother me. I mean, I found out today that like there's gonna be some changes coming on, and like the stuff I'm doing that I didn't really want to have changed, but maybe they're necessary. At the same time, I do have some good things. You know, Idol Underworld is about to get quite a few new groups. In
Okay.
fact, that's what I was doing today. I was taking checkies of four wonderfully amazing idols who I'm having the pleasure of starting to know and become familiar with, and their
Oh, cool.
producer is amazing. And they'll be joining Idol Underworld this week. And then I have other idols that are going to be joining, and I have meetings with three very incredible groups and solo artists in the next couple days, all to get on the my Idol Underworld. And I'm going to be starting filming my doc.
Awesome.
The documentary. Lily Kaona, I'm just gonna come out. I mean, they're already signed on. Mishmasan, the producer, is like, "Yep, let's do it." He's given me full access to them. What's even cooler is they have a one-man live. They're doing like October 1st, and so he wants me to kind of chronicle that leading up to that. Mishmasan's also agreed to do the score for my documentary, so he's gonna be like writing the music for it, which is amazing. They're going to be joining Idol Underworld too. So I guess I can say that. And if anyone's watched this podcast, well, you heard it. They're going to be the next group. Yay! Um,
Awesome.
I this is an amazing group that deserves the world, and they're really great idols. So got them, and then I would
Yeah.
say, yeah, I worked on the Necroma schedule. So me and Ricky worked out who will be appearing in the documentary for that, and when and how. And I'm gonna have some very interesting performance takes on that too. And then the last thing I would say is Himari's photo book. Finally going to be getting it done. It's been real slow since getting off tour because we've been so completely dead and out of it. And then just we had 4 shows in Osaka this weekend, two on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, which was insane. And so I was down there for that. I just got back yesterday morning. But you know, we're back to normal, I guess, in that sense, to some level. And the photo book is now finally going to be done. And also, as a side note, if you're in Japan right now, Izumi-san, the photographer for Himari's photo book, she's doing an exhibition this Friday, and well, actually this week, I believe, of her artwork, and that includes a lot of pictures of Himari that she did a long time ago, and as well as some other things. So if you're in and you want to see something, that's great. Plus, Himari's doing like a special fan drinking thing, like a beer thing with all the fans. Like it's like basically the idols pour you drinks and like make you watch you get drunk, and so she's doing something like that, I think, and it's a very common thing in Idol. Kunogi did it. And it was amazing. It was funny. I was there, and it was hysterical to watch because the fans were really loving it. So, if you're here, that's that. But that's basically it. Just my day today was work. Lots of work. Again, not a great birthday in terms of like things that happened, but I'm also not going to complain about it. Like I've realized something. I need to change. Maybe how do I put it? I need to do more for myself. I need to do things more on my own and not wait on others and expect others to help me. And that's kind of been the big lesson I've been learning since getting off tour, is that if I need to do something, I got to do it myself. And so that's what I'm doing. And to be honest, it's not a bad thing. It's people that I care about. They got lives. I respect it. But it's like, I realize, like, for my dreams, got to go forward with them. Does that make sense, guys, what I'm trying to say?
I would say, in some bits.
I would say,
It's still, like, it's your life. So, yes, you should take control of it, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So,
all right. Thank you so much for saying that. Okay.
Oh, really quickly. Sorry.
No worries.
Thank you, everybody who has just blown my Facebook up and Twitter and my phone literally since 7 o'clock this morning in American time. It has been so. Thank you. Like, really, thank you. Sometimes I forget there's actually people out there that give a crap about what I'm saying and doing. And like, I've even had people like, what's this podcast? Because I was saying I'm on a podcast tonight. Give me the title. So we probably might have some new watchers, I'm hoping, because people like, hello. Yeah. This is what I like to do with my boys. But yeah, so thank you. And thank you guys too. And really, really, really thank you. So that's
cool.
It. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Awesome.
So in the meantime, what have you guys been watching or listening to, or what you read about that you guys would like to talk about? There's some big stories out there, so what do we want to start off with?
Well,
who wants to go first?
About the 48 group, I hope? Or whatever, or something else.
Depends.
Well, let's just do 48 group first, then start little things slow. To be honest, AKB48 itself, not that much happened, just a few announcements here and there.
Yeah.
No, the tour is still going on, so where were they? Osaka?
I think so.
Today?
No, they had a show today as well.
Yeah, I think they had a show today, but...
That was Team B. Was that Foucault? I don't know. Yeah, it was Team B. I don't know where.
I still like that format of that show. It's multiple just going to the crowd and just having fun and interactions. I see all these Instagram videos or Twitter videos.
Oh yeah.
When they go to a fan and they grab something and be like, "Ooh, look what I got! This is yours," and then give it back, and everybody's
Love
like,
that.
"Oh my god!" So
love that. So
Still
cool.
laughing about Murashigane just sitting next to a fan.
I really want to see all this. I haven't seen it, but from what you guys are saying, it just sounds amazing. I love stuff like that when it comes to AKB, so sounds cool.
I really laugh because there is a part where Miriam Yuri is walking down the stairs, and you just see at the end just Nachan going like, just just out
Of
there,
course.
and it's like, of course you two are doing that. And
Yeah, exactly.
There's a song that's called that's gonna bother me if I don't say it right now. It's not Choose Me, that's a different one. It's an English title, and I forgot, but basically it's where two members are just singing, and then one of them is gonna lie on the ground, and then the other member is gonna lie on top of it, and they have a very interesting moment in there. So, what's that song called? Save Me! That was the
Save
one.
Me. Okay.
Yeah,
Save
not
Me.
choose me. Yeah, save me is that.
Ah, okay.
Fire Club.
So yeah, I like when they do these type of songs because you have the way it's supposed to go, and then it's because of the certain members they just
Yeah,
blow it
yeah.
over the top, and there's always an interesting view on that.
Nachan and Yuri. Yeah.
So that happened. Colin, you said about something that happened in AKB48. They announced something new.
There is a stage play coming, which makes me happy because I love stage plays. It's with the entire group,
Mhm.
and with that I mean like certain members from certain groups.
Okay.
And it will be in November, I think. And yeah, I don't know anything else in particular, as in if it will be streamed or anything.
Who's
But
the
it is
lead, though?
based. I don't know if they specified who's the lead, but there are a lot of members in it, and it's based on this movie series in the I want to say 60s, maybe 70s, and now they're making a stage play out of it. So I look forward to it. Any stage play is good in my opinion.
Last time was
because-
Romeo and Juliet, and that went
Yeah, I
very
think so,
well.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's wrong.
Oh.
The Majska stage play, the Romeo and Juliet stage play was early last year, and the Majska stage play was last year.
There was a
later in the year.
Majska stage play
Yeah.
between. Which one was that then?
The one based on the series, the recent series.
Oh,
Yeah.
the one.
Oh, right. Majimuri. The Majimuri.
Majimiri, yeah, it's the same.
And there's just a slight little difference, but still okay.
It's
There
still
was
the same thing.
there's still a stage play
Yeah.
in between. All right, you got me. So still, stage plays are always fun because then certain
yeah.
members are focused on it, and you see a lot of interactions. Yeah, look forward to that when it comes out a few months over there later. And
Sounds cool.
other than that, I haven't watched anything sadly because I'm lazy. That's the most of the biggest part, I would say. But there were
Sounds
some
like me,
good stuff,
busy.
right?
Yeah. Come again?
Well, there is. Well, I didn't say anything. I was.
Oh, okay.
I thought that you were talking. There's this show called AKBingo.
Oh, yeah.
It is
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
Really?
Last episode, probably my favorite episode so far. They had family members coming. Fukuoka Sena had her mother for another
Yep.
time.
Komi's
she was
sister?
like, Komi's sister. Let me get there later.
Okay.
Yeah, Futara Hatsuka brought like the entire family.
Two.
Who else? Takahashi Ayane's little sister, who is so much taller.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I was like, what?
Oh, that was funny. I actually really like Zuki's family. That was fun too.
I like the two brothers, actually.
Yeah,
The two
and
bigger
the two
brothers.
brothers from Shiozaki Ayana. Those
Yeah.
were great. I actually Yamabe Ayu's sister.
Mhm.
Okay, I like her. But the biggest thing, Komiyama's sister. You
Yep.
know what? Komi should graduate from AKB and just start her own idol group with her mother and her sister because, wow, damn, if she was in AKB, they have some great genes. Honestly, it is.
Well, I mean,
perfect.
have you seen you've seen Nachan's sister?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
okay,
Yeah,
Nanchio,
I
Nanchio,
personally
Rico.
I would rather pick Komiyama's sister.
yeah.
I gotta see this
She
girl.
is.
I gotta see her now.
Wow, she is exactly like Komi. And the funny thing is, she wore a mask for the second half of the episode, but she had like sunglasses in the first.
Yeah.
So you can pretty much find out how she looks like, and she is like Komi in appearance and personality, and she is just gorgeous.
Yep.
She is so gorgeous. Like that family, whoever they will marry and get children with, those children are blessed because
Yeah, pretty
it's
much.
some great genes. I mean, look at the mother. It's like,
Big sister was kind of angry at her boyfriend though. Because
that
he
was
was-
hilarious.
Yeah.
You can explain that one because that was
well, actually, it was like the boyfriend was actually buying stuff for Kobe for a showroom, pretty much. And
whilst
Big
the
Sis-
sister was
next
sitting
to him.
next to her.
and Kobe was sitting next to them.
I need to
that's
watch.
kinda
I need to
funny.
watch this episode.
I
Cool.
me too, Robin. Let's afterwards. Let's me you just
Oh.
let's just tell him watch it. Wait a minute. Hold on. Here's the thing. Like when you said like whoever they're gonna marry, wouldn't it just be the funniest and best gift to every nerd in the world if Komi ended up marrying like some otaku weeb who like not even a weeb, no, just some otaku who like just doesn't deserve that level of beauty,
Oh
but
my
yet
God.
she doesn't care. Like she's
I
I don't care. He's cool.
I can
Like-
definitely see Komi getting up with someone who is like, who likes her because her and like praises her and it basically treats her like a queen and princess. And he's basically like a lackey. I can definitely see
something
Komi
like
get
yeah,
there.
same here.
It is
Well,
my. That
that's-
was great.
That's the thing. No, that's the thing. Like, that's what I find interesting about your comment is like, what kind of person do you think she would actually end up with? Would she end up with like the lackey type, or would she like fall in love with like some ikemen type who like
Foreigner.
looks better than her in her eyes? Or well, hey, yes, foreigner,
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
No problem there. We can all dream. I think actually, if we're gonna talk about girls marrying foreigners, I think we got another one that's pretty much on her way. That's in Mexico right now. That's probably gonna be
yeah.
to that.
Yeah.
She'll be the first one to marry a foreigner out of the AKB group, I think,
I can
if I'm
see
not
that.
mistaken.
Ay, ay,
Yeah,
ay,
sure,
ay,
yeah.
ay, ay, ay.
Ay, ay, ay.
No.
Or, oh my Dios.
Caramba! Yeah, indeed. Talk about another pretty face. Damn, don't make me choose. But no, I was like Tomu. I was like, imagine
Wow.
you're the sister of Komi. You know, Komi, a popular AKB member. Also, the sister got a job because she said, "Oh, Komi Yamaharuka is my sister."
Really? They use it?
Oh,
Yeah.
name
And she
dropping
got a
your
job.
sister? That's so mean. Wait, DX,
But-
DX. Plug your ears for a second, DX. Call in. Komi says she wants to marry you. What do you do? Where does this go?
I'd
Oh,
say
boy.
yes, and I would be like, "There's this guy. I think he needs to be divorced or something, just to be safe, because I don't want to wake up and then hear DX with like a boombox in front of our house.
Oh
Be
God.
like something, I don't know which song he would pick.
Oh, like all John
Oh, no.
Cusack from like that old '80s movie.
Yeah.
No, here's,
Yes,
You know what I mean? What is it? Was it
Oh.
Say Anything? I think that was the name, or something like that. But
yeah.
I think so.
yeah,
but basically
like
that scene, I can definitely see him be like, "Oh,
Nah.
come on!" I
D-
mean, like,
DX
look at my body,
DX
and then I'll be like, "Nah."
DX wouldn't do that. DX, you'd wake up and he'd be like weightlifting you. Have you seen DX lately? Come on, this dude. DX can see. There's a reason why
Nah,
DX
he needs to
doesn't
train a little
have
bit
his
extra
picture
for
here.
that, if you want to know.
DX isn't putting his picture here because he doesn't want us to all feel jealous. Because he's like ripped. Okay, girls out there, you're gonna meet DX someday. You're gonna be like, who is this handsome SOB? Meanwhile, Robin's flashing his guns, but you're already taken, Robin. So come on. It's not
That's
even
true.
fair. But DX, look at. So but I'm just saying, like DX is like. There's a reason why he's got this cute little picture of him and Komi there, because he's like massively huge dude that like he could probably like he could take me in his hand and just twist me like this and throw me in the river. I don't even know where I
Sucks
came
to
up with
be
that.
him.
Anyways, let's move on. Sorry.
That's good.
But what you said about her sister, the sister using Komi to get a job, Komi would do the same. I'm very.
Yeah,
Oh,
Probably.
she would. She would.
And
That's so
basically-
true.
What I wanted to say was, she is sitting there. The boyfriend is next to her. Boyfriend is looking at the showroom of the sister, who's most likely in the room next or something, and then buying stuff for her, and then be like to the sister, "Let's go to the handshake."
Yeah.
And then the sister is like, "Why do I have to pay to meet my freaking sister?" It's like, what? It's like,
Yeah,
the
he
boyfriend.
said that right. It's like there was a moment in the episode where the brother said like, "I'm looking forward to shake your hand at a handshake event."
That was Ayane's brother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's Ayana, yeah.
she had to do a,
So funny.
moe thing.
Yeah,
and
Moe
it's
thing,
like,
yeah.
At
To
your
her
own
brother.
brother. Oh my god.
That's
Sometimes
so-
Japan is.
Okay.
Hey, that's Muramoto for you. I mean,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
No, that's Alabama for you.
okay.
Oh.
Most
Sorry,
random
I don't mean to
jokes.
laugh. Robin, that was a good one. I'll give that to you. Netherlands can hit home there sometimes. You win. That was good. That was good. Not complaining.
And now we were looking in the chat like, I'm from Alabama, and it's like,
Now we got yeah, extinguish. Oh wait.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm from Alabama. Don't you be talking about me. Our national dress is not like that. Oh, sorry. Wrong comment.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I have to, because it's like, come on, people. We didn't know. Don't kill us. Anyways,
They will.
moving
Again.
on.
Trying, failing. But
Trying, failing.
sister's hot. Like that's the bottom line. Sister's hot.
Okay, so other than
Lucky
that,
guy.
it's a very good episode to watch, I would say.
Oh, it was great.
And
I loved
It's
it.
actually the continuation of that, so yeah, looking forward to it.
Cool.
Last few episodes of AKBingo have been really, really good. I
good.
can't wait. The next week, they're probably like a normal, regular, maybe a bit boring episode, but it's like this is peak. The recent ones, I love them. I think they're
I'll
really,
I'll
really
binge
great.
watch them in a few while. So.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was mostly on AKB side, I would say. Then just go down the list, I would say, from news. NMB48 had some news, I would say, with the sales of their latest single that I forgot the title because I am just the worst.
Bokoi Kare.
Bogokari, okay. 231,000 sales on day one, I would say.
Yeah,
And
pretty good.
Yeah.
Increase from the last time. So yeah, it's good. I'm happy.
You guys like the song? Because when we talked
Yeah.
about this, it was like not bad, but it was safe. More like it was. I didn't hate it. It was like, eh.
It's it's like if you compare it, and I normally don't compare, but for the sake of an argument, it's like the recent ones have been, and then something comes along, it's like, so that makes it actually kind of favorable in this period of time. Basically, what I'm saying, I do like the song because it's okay, and recent ones, in my opinion, haven't been okay. It's like, so okay is good for this.
I'm still listening to Yokobano daily, so that's still
Yeah,
one of my
yeah,
favorite
same.
song from NMB48. If they can top that, that would be amazing, but I don't think they will.
I don't see it anytime happen without character as strong as Aine, I would say.
Mm,
Oh yeah, that's possible.
Maybe.
It depends. Maybe. But they're doing good.
Yeah,
It's
everything going great. Well, speaking of Cyanide then, and combining with AKB48, I am looking forward in 2 days because that's one of my favorite shows that they now only do once every in a while, I would say.
In a while,
Utage is doing
Yeah.
a show again, and the guests that will be there, well, you have all the regulars, but from the idol side on the AKB side, it was Yukarin, Minagishi Minami,
She's
you have well, Mayu is sitting there, of course, as the host.
Kadanana is,
she's sitting there.
Well, she's the assistant MC.
Yeah.
Well, Saine you have there, but what was surprising to me is for the first time that actually being there as a cast member, not being from AKB48 or like the entire group like performing, it's Okada Nana being in there. So I'm looking forward to
That's
that.
weird.
That's
Interesting.
it's interesting because I would like to see it, but I'm not sure if it's a type of program that's more for her. Since basically, normally who would go there were Sashi. No Sashi this time. That's the first, I would say.
Interesting.
But basically, normally it was like Sashi with Yukarin, Minagishi, and
Yep.
Saine being in there and then just performing because they were more of a regular cast.
Oh yeah.
So Okada Nana replaced Sashi, I would say.
Not sure.
Don't know what to expect,
think-
but I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to the
Determined.
episodes.
Yeah, kind of interesting to see Yabuki Nako as there as well.
Yeah, Nako's there.
Yeah, Nako is there as Ice One member.
Oh,
along with Sakura
no,
and Ice.
Ice One will be showing up there with Sakura, Honda, and Yabuki Nako being there as well. Yeah, I actually replaced. Well, not replaced. I actually forgot about Ice One, or being like the members who were formerly a member from AKB48 group.
Yeah, that's how fast it can go sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
One moment you don't see them as an AKB member anymore.
Well, they're doing great. So you guys gonna watch Utage?
I'm really interested
yeah.
to see it. Yeah.
For the regulars,
Sounds
of
like it'd
course.
be interesting.
Yeah.
Always fun. There's always like one performance that's really fun. At least for
Yeah.
me. So
Sure.
there's
Either
always
it's fun because it's fun, or fun is because it's like a train wreck.
true.
Sometimes
True.
both.
Yeah, true that.
I mean, it's
Fun.
just nice to see something of the past, that like worked for AKB many times. And
true
that I think is the important thing to remember here is like these are little steps that are in the right direction for AKB. Because remember, we talked about you can't make new steps forward, go backwards to the steps that worked, and at least do those until you figure out what to do next. Because you can't go wrong when you're treading over like things that are amazing, like Colin's, description of AKBingo sounds absolutely glorious. But why? Because we've had that in the past and it's been fun. So do it again. I mean, that just makes sense, right? Utsugai, or that program is solid gold for AKB. So this is good news. This is good to hear that they're at least doing some things right.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I watch just for that reason because I want to support that. Those are smart steps.
Very good.
Good job, Udage.
So yeah,
Good job.
Ice One has been busy as well. So they've been recently in Japan since they announced their third new single. It's going. I was expecting a Korean single coming out first,
Yeah,
but
so usually like Japan, Korea, Japan, Korea.
yeah. So
Usually like that.
now it's Japan first again, and the song is called Vampire.
Yeah, I'm still not sure what to expect from that one, to be quite honest.
Well, the CD jackets look great
Yeah,
for some members. Not all
Yeah.
of them. Not all
yeah,
of them. Just
not all fashion works on all members, I would say.
no, but the red and black, that's always a good combination to start with. They wore that with Lavi and Rose as well.
Yeah, true.
So strong. Looking forward to that. But so they did a tour in Japan, and now they've gone also to LA. They went to Korean Con or K-Con over there and performed the hell out of it. Then they went to what do you call it again? Universal Studios, because that's in LA as well.
That's there.
So they added the Harry Potter event, and while that's been going on, they also been on some Japanese programs,
Yeah,
like the
something
famous
like
talk shows on that. And Derek, could you give our reaction that you saw with one certain member?
Choi,
Of-
by the way.
Of the
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, so her basically, like, first of all, pretending to drink like something without there actually being a drink and making the sound effects and everything was great, but it was just like her Japanese, she's like no it's just like she nailed it. I mean, she fully nailed it. But then doing it with all the comedians, the Japanese comedians, and winning them over, that's not an easy task. But she made it look effortlessly. There's a star there. There's something there. And I hope she'll continue with that. Like, I don't know, maybe this is like way before everybody's time, but there was this old movie in the 80s called Police Academy.
Oh
And
yeah.
There was this guy on there named, his real name is David Winslow, and his whole character thing was
Jones,
making
yeah.
noises and sounds.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
Jonesy.
he was
Amazing.
he was ridiculous. And like, ever since then, I've always been fascinated with people that can do that, because there's something, I mean, they do it so well. Beatboxers, I mean, God, some of them, they sound like 5-10 different instruments, and I don't know how they do it. She's got that.
She can do the skills with that thing, yeah. I remember, by the way,
I mean,
funny
Go ahead.
that you mentioned Police Academy. Instantly, two scenes pop into my head with him being there. When he did like give me the radio, and he just guns out, going.
Yeah.
That sounds so real. And later in Academy, I think Police Academy 6. It's there's so many Police Academies, by the way. Did you know there were like
Yeah,
24 or something like that?
I had no idea. That's crazy.
There's a moment he's on a jet ski and like another boat is coming, and he's just going dive, and just make that sound and just goes underwater.
Yeah.
That's really amazing. You can do those music. But yeah, oh my God, I'm old. I remember Police Academy.
I'm sadly old too. My birthday's
Same here,
confirming that today.
So
but I would say, yeah.
I'm just leaving you with this, if for all people who know what Police Academy is. It's Blue Oyster music, and have fun.
Oh God, no.
There
Don't do it while you're at work,
Wow.
though. Don't do it while
Nobody's
you're at
gonna
work.
get that, but I appreciate that. They're gonna be like, Wikipedia, what's that mean? No, but here's the thing, like, this girl has something like that. It's like she's got a little, I mean, it wasn't like anything exceptionally amazing, but it was funny enough that it made me laugh my butt
quick-witted,
off.
yeah.
And also, well, she also combined the Japanese with it. This is a girl who, that's not her native language, right? So like,
Nope.
she killed it. So I'm thinking, like, how many weapons does this group have? They have so many. Like, it's not even fair. Like, all props to Produce 48 for formulating this. I mean, picking. I mean, they didn't get it all right, as we can say.
Yeah.
but they did a pretty damn good job of finding some serious talent.
I'm still
kudos to them.
hoping that after the 2.5 years are up, that they'll ask the members like, "Do you guys want to continue?" And they'll be like,
Please,
"Yes,
please.
sign 2.5 years more or something." Never sign something
Yes.
more than 3 years, by the way. That's a good life lesson.
Yeah, true that.
Interesting.
It's really like they've been growing and growing. Although their last Japanese single wasn't that great, so I'm hoping that this one, Vampire, just the title alone just already makes me, well, dreading
Yeah.
the effect that will be coming on. And then, Colin, maybe you agree on me. It's like,
No, actually, because I love vampires, so I'm actually, for the first time ever, mildly intrigued.
man, we're always on the opposite ends.
It's like you just said, oh, I feel so old from the 80s. I watched Dracula the other day from 1931, so I'm sitting here, I'm like,
You're even older than me then.
I just like, I actually watched the Spanish one because that one's better. But no one knows that. Google that. That's a reference only I know. But I was like, it's silly. But it's like, yeah, you know what? I mean, I love Shawshank Redemption. I'm not that old. Doesn't matter.
You like the classic
It's good.
movies, yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Hmm.
movies that I like. Doesn't matter if they're classic. So there is this great excellence and class that you don't really see anymore.
Do you think
these days.
we'll get that with this vampire song then?
If they do something with vampires, as in more like how Buenos Aires had nothing to do with Buenos Aires, but it was supposed to be, then they can have something that I find interesting. Vampires alone, I love vampires. That and mummies. I hate zombies. They're never interested me. And ghosts, I don't find that interesting. But like vampires and mummies, I'm like, yeah.
If you're into vampire, side note, there's a great Korean horror movie called Thirst that is like the penultimate vampire movie of all time. It's unbelievably messed up. So watch that. As back to what we're saying. What I was gonna get to with this is that I do feel IZ*ONE with all the weapons they have still don't have that hit for me. That like, I mean, they've had some good side, like their B sides have been ridiculous. Like Rumor is amazing.
Violetta is amazing though.
Violetta's pretty darn good too.
And
but I'm saying like,
you mean what was the song? Oh, I forgot the song name every time. It's the one with the intense dance that everybody was like, "Oh my god."
That that one?
What was it? I?
I think so. Well, it was Cheon dancing.
Yeah, it was
think
Cheon
it was
being very
III.
strong dancing.
I think it was
yeah, I mean, she's ridiculous, but it's like it's her, you know. Like I'm talking like the you know, the Skull Crusher, the song that's immortalized, the stuff that's gonna be played forever. I just don't have it, and so that's unfortunate. I'm not saying they can't have it, you know, they just don't have it right now. It's weird when I think about them and I compare that to AKB48, how right out the gate from song one, they had songs you instantly could remember that were like all Insta classics. They had like 24 Insta classics in a row. It was too much. And then and people didn't really recognize it till a little bit later, but it was like there a couple of them the minute you hear Heavy Rotation,
yeah, exactly.
it's Insta classic. Instant.
Or the moment you go a diamond or something.
Oh
like
my god! Or the end part of Ogoe Diamond and just with just everything to that. Like there's such craftsmanship, and it's again IZ*ONE suffers from that. I feel to some degree. And
I like Violetta. I really like Violetta though.
I mean Violetta's. It's not bad. I'm not saying it's like this bad thing. It's just
it's not legendary. I would say like
there's nothing legendary to it. There's nothing that's gonna make me think, oh, that's an amazing song. Koisura Fortune Cookie, amazing song. You can't beat it. There's too much there to love and appreciate. It's so unique. Versus Violetta, it's good. It's amazing, solid track. Yes, I'm down with it.
You mean something like when you heard the first second of Uza.
Yeah, totally. You know, it's Insta classic. Again, they had like 20. Like, I swear to God. So it's like they could do no wrong, and so maybe it's because of the times and there wasn't a lot out there to compare to. But again, even with like IZ*ONE, you think they're coming from Korea.
Yeah.
Are the people that are writing their songs Korean, Japanese? Do we know? Does our
I
fans
think
know?
they might have 2 teams.
They
For
have Korean writers and they have Japanese writers.
Even with that dichotomy, you would expect something creative to come out of that, and I have a thing that's unique. And again, I think in this day and age, if you're gonna write a song, you should really try to go for something unique, like something, a drop, a part, anything to really give it that distinguishing oomph. That or write a really damn good song and just hope that it just translates, which a lot of these groups end up doing. It's not bad. Again, it works. They can go on tours all over the world with it.
Yeah.
Not sure if it works overall, though.
Well, this is
I
a
don't
good
know.
segue for then what didn't work, in my opinion, and that was the recently new debuted K-pop group Rocketpunch, with, of
Yeah.
course, formerly
Yeah.
AKB48 member Takahashi Juri in there.
Didn't
So,
work.
Bim Bam Boom, you know what it reminds me of? It's like, do you guys mostly just check out YouTube videos and you see like people have like compilations or reactions of what they did on a live stream or something?
Sure.
So basically,
Yeah, I think
how it works on basically on YouTube, they have a highlight of the moment of their stream, and then it's like that's the moment, and then the actual video starts, but there's an intro in between. That song they use, that's basically what Bim Bam Boom is to me. It's like da 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 da.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, it's like welcome to the stream, and there's like stuff like that. So it's it's an interlude, I would say. Something like that, just to make a follow-up that you like an intro song to a video, but like only the very short parts. The dancing in the video, it's real. All feels so basic. It's just like it's there. I never understood the CGI leopard that's in there.
bit too much CGI, I would say, that's being used in the video. I would say so.
It's not even that. It's again, it's too much production value and nothing to produce. It's they have every dollar won you can have under the sun. Obviously, the girls look amazing, of course. There's no problems there, but it's again nothing that stands out. Like you could say what you want about Blackpink's "Kill This Love." You could say all that you want about it, but it stood out. It taught people talked about it. There was something there, and creatively, I don't care what anyone says. On a musical level, there's a lot to grab onto there. A lot of different things, a lot of angles, twists, turns, everything. I mean, again, basic or not, it was different. Versus Bim Bam Boom, like the song, it's like I listened to it, I'm like, you're right. It's an interlude song. You couldn't put it any better, Robin. There isn't anything to hold on to. I really feel like they just come up with this like quick baked oven idea of a K-pop group to give Takahashi Juri. Like here you go. Here's a let's open up the box and put it in, and when it comes out, you have this nice baked K-pop group.
I'm just imagining it's like management opening a box and he's like, is it time for me to come out?
Yeah, and you can put Juri's the cherry on top. I'm serious. It's just I hate to say that, but I think that's it. Look how fast this got rushed out. I mean, I don't know, maybe not, because some of our commenters were saying that not every group's like Blackpink. It takes 6 years to debut. Like, there are groups that come out fairly fast. That's fine. But I don't really know if that's really the case if you're trying to go for perfection. If you're just doing Idol like Japan, that's whatever.
It's cookie cutter. It's just basically just
so
throw them out there.
Cookie cutter. It's an Italian pizza with some really good sauce, and it's fine, but it doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah,
I'm Italian, doesn't do anything for me.
They're throwing the pizzas against the wall, and one of them will stick.
One will. Don't know about the others.
That's a
Good
messy restaurant then.
That was what we're like. I was thinking that. I was like, oh, poor wall.
Yeah, exactly. But then, speaking of which, a good MV, and I'm gonna let Colin have the floor since that's his specialty on BNK48 Reborn.
Take it away.
Izone last song with BNK because she will transfer to CGM to be the manager essentially of the group. So they had that teaser trailer, and this MV was pretty much part 2 of that. Like it did not, have that teaser trailer thingy again. It just started at the moment the previous one ended. I like that. It's like, okay, just don't
Okay.
have to
Skip
do
You
that
can
again.
you can put them together with the glue, and you have basically one line.
Yeah, you can watch them right next to each. You can watch them the one first and then second. With autoplay, and you
Yeah.
have the same exact
Smart.
experience.
Smart.
And I think that they did that very well. They have the same costumes as the original one. I like those simple. With Jabaja, the A side for the album, they changed the costumes, but now it's pretty much the same. There's not really a big difference. But I like the costume, so it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I think it's fine. I think the best thing about this, I'm sorry if I pronounce her name wrong, Puckcom. Sorry, but I know who she is because she's one of those girls that you look at her and you instantly remember her face. She has great facial expressions. Like she could have been great in the silent era. Like her, I talked about it the last time. She was the one with the thumbs up, the meme material.
Oh, okay, right.
She was great. Like she has great expressive face. Like not as malleable as Jim Carrey, but it is like she stood out the most to me. But I do know who she is. Like I've seen her here and there, and she never has to say a word, but with her expressions alone, she can do anything funny, in my opinion. And the MV was fine. It had heart for Izurina. It was a nice send off. It was just fine, in my opinion. It's good. It's nicely done. There's heart in it. It was directed by Miori and I forgot her. Korn. I think it was Korn. Because they do what was that? What their education is.
Yeah, they're studying at the academy in Bangkok, I think.
Yeah, I forgot the name. It's one of these things. I never forget it. I don't do research.
What was the video itself about, though? What was the video itself about?
It was based because someone told me in advance.
Mm-hmm.
I still have an intense, big, hatred. But to do with their manga that they did in the past. Most Dream, I remember that. Where it's basically volleyball setting, and Job is also in the MV. He's also in the thingy, and it's just she is fitting in. She tries to fit in. She's foreign, so to say. The girls are a bit cold shoulder, but then because volleyball, doesn't matter. As in when I say doesn't matter, it doesn't mean how they should do it. Basically, they use that as a medium to connect more. So, one of those kind of stories. Not one that I particularly found interesting in and of itself. But, with Izurina, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I get it. It's fun. I like that tie-in. Now that I know about it, it has a bit more value to it. But in and of itself, I think it's fine. Nicely produced. Quality is good. I think the girls do great. Funny scenes. Not intentionally, but it produces something nice, and I think it was very well done for Izurina's send-off. And she, of course, big part, she is absolutely radiant in it, as she was, well, as she always has been with BNK, actually.
Yeah, I would say.
Just shining like the sun. And that makes me very happy, because, well, in 8 years, 9 years? I'm rambling a bit. With AKB, like what she has achieved there.
More side character in AKB compared to BNK. BNK is a good choice. It really happens sometimes when people transfer, or you think like no don't, that won't be good for your career, and it turns out to be the opposite. It's just this was the right call. This is perfect for her, and now where she's moving on, I think we have the feeling that this is also right for her, since the next step. I would say BNK is now like, okay, BNK is established, let's make another group established, with me being in there as a good jumpstart, basically.
I think that's very good. If you look at it at a basic level, you always have A, B, and C type of girls, and I think she has always been solid B, just because of the variety that she brings. She is hilarious, but now she really in BNK, I think she's A. Because of what she has accomplished with BNK. She has done great, good work. It is most admirable, you know. And I'm happy that she's still doing something, and I look forward to what she does with CGM, because I feel that in a way she may be like Sashi. She can do such things. She can produce. She can manage. She can be, you know, that person in charge, but still be in the group. So to make it more coherent with the group and the stuff, you know, all the behind the scenes stuff, I think that she will do an excellent job, because I think that she can do it.
Very good.
Mm.
Hope so, yeah. Would be interesting.
Anyone else want to comment on BNK48 Reborn?
I quite like the MV itself, and I used to play some volleyball myself actually, so kind of hit me right home actually. So it was more like
Cool.
I used to do those training exercises and such, and to be fair, it was fun it was a fun video to watch actually, yeah. And you really see at the end with the tears that she's basically saying farewell to BNK and almost to CGM, I would say. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very good then.
Mm,
Yes, Derek?
well, no, I was gonna say, like, I feel the MV was, again, our honor roll students just doing their honor roll thing in BNK, and it was a very beautiful tribute, I thought, to Izarina, and a very it was the kind of tribute I felt like she didn't get in AKB as much as she should have, but at the same time, it's almost like, I don't want to say it was sort of playing it easy for BNK to like jump on the fact that she's leaving to make that the video, but I would say it's more like it wasn't anything unexpected either.
No,
Which again isn't.
I think
it's
it's
not
more
bad.
as a homage. That's what it would be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably the better way to put it. It was more of an homage. Again, video quality freaking perfect, you know, and looks like it was just done with a lot of loving grace and tenderness and care, and any problems they had might have been solved before they filmed it, and everybody's outfits look great.
Perfect.
Yeah. Do that.
Anyway, you
Yeah,
did say
something else.
honor. You did say honor
Yeah,
roll
yeah,
students.
exactly.
You wanted to mention it, DX?
Yeah, because it's not longer a rumor anymore like you thought it was yesterday, but it's actually
What's up?
official. Remember KU? I don't know how you actually pronounce that name, but she's suspended for a month from activities with BNK48 starting today because
For
Bum
what?
bum bum.
it's not really
she
a
do?
scandal though, because she was just promoting and she wearing stuff counterfeit goods, you know, fake brands and such.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
that's
that's the
a
biggest
punishable
scandal.
offense.
That's the honest
Okay.
offense of it, yeah.
I think what they were going for. First of all, I think it's silly. B,
Yeah, same
from
here.
what I've heard one person say who I trust, it's kind of normal to do that. I think it's more because she is in a group that sells merchandise, you know, official merchandise, that the people behind it are like, we don't
Sponsors.
really like, you know, the bootlegging thing. It's I think it's
get it, but it's also like, are you kidding me? The thing is, she is a
I mean,
public
come on.
figure. No, that's the thing. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Any females could vouch for this, because like my girlfriend as well has done this before, and she has a lot of friends who done this before as well. Is yeah, they have the Gucci bag, and it's like, well, if you look at it, this little logo is just right there, so it's not an official Gucci bag. It's a knockoff basically. But yeah, you know, those bags are pretty expensive, okay? And you want some status in there, so rather spend a little bit so people think you have a Gucci bag, so people think you have the status, instead of spending actually that money and not being able to eat for the next 4 months.
Right.
But a public figure is the thing, you know. You're in pictures, you're in entertainment, you'll be shown. Just imagine if you're at the Oscars and you show up in a knockoff brand, high brand. I don't think the
Yeah.
Academy will be like,
Oh no. Well, not the academy itself, but probably.
well, no more sponsors for that person ever like that. So
Okay, so you know what? One of their students went a little astray. I'll give him credit. I mean, BNK is still overall pretty solid, but I think in the idol world, okay, at least in underground idol world, when you go to an idol show as a fan, you only wear the idol shirt of the group you're hosting. You don't wear another shirt. And then also too, the idols themselves will wear their own T-shirts. I can't tell you how many times our girls, like the Necroma girls, will wear Necroma shirts. Himardi will wear her own shirts, like fans have made of her face, her body, like all. It's funny. And then Sari used to do that all the time. She still does it, I think. So it's like that's an idol thing. You represent yourself. You promote your group. You don't promote other things. But the thing is, if it's in your personal life, which I'm guessing it was,
Mm-hmm.
all bets are off. She can do whatever she wants. Like that should be held accountable for that. Public figure or not, that's your private life. Like public is if she was in BNK, she was caught, repping that in some video and it was like advocating.
That's
then,
different, yes.
They have a point. They don't have a point here. I think that's just being a little too stupid. And again, it's an honor roll student case of somebody just trying to pull the honor roll student down. I'm gonna give him a pass on this one. I feel bad for the girl. I hope it doesn't like wreck her career.
It's just so stupid. There are
Yeah.
so
It's
many
It's beyond
people who
stupid.
did a knockoff thing, and I think even the companies will be like, yeah, okay, well,
It's not even that, Robin. It's her private life.
yeah.
If she wants to wear knockoffs, let her wear knockoffs. I mean, if you want to accuse her of that, how many of us might be thinking we bought a Gucci bag for real and it is a knockoff? We don't
did
know.
recently do a tweet to Masui Jurina because she was
Uh-huh.
wearing Crocs, and I was like, what are those?
Oh yeah. Let's not go into that territory, Rob.
So,
The thing is, because I agree that because she is she can have her own private life. Not many people will maybe see it like that. She's, with that group, and they will be like, yeah, it's not official merchandise, yada yada yada. Even though I think it's silly that it is the case, there is this, she's just not that person. She is of that group. Doesn't matter. As long as she's in it, she will be associated with the group, and it will give off kind of a bad image. One can ruin for the rest, as we maybe have seen recently.
basically,
and
this is more the extreme version, but let's say in her private life she enjoys going through the garbage and trying to find some food. That would still be
that will-
weird that then people are like, well, she's in this group and she likes to go through garbage. I don't think that's a good image.
That's Tiny Mark. Every time she wakes up and gets out of her bed, she's going through garbage. It's there's some idols just aren't that great at that. I understand your example, Ike, but here's the thing. Again, it's her private life. Nobody should even be in that. We shouldn't have access to that.
It
There
shouldn't
should
be a
no
problem.
discussion about it.
Yeah.
Well, it should be when she leaves that group, the cameras go off. We have no business in that girl's life. None of us do, private or public or not. And that's again, the public, certain newspapers that we all love that love to ruin idols' lives, like, will of course disagree. But I really do mean that. Like, this is such a petty little thing to get on an idol about.
To be
And
suspended
again,
for 30 days. That's
I mean, come
so
on.
severe.
which means,
So-
which is the worst part, she cannot participate in the sports event that's coming up.
Nope.
So shame on you, BNK management, taking such an extreme measure. You're not getting a pass. The girls get a pass. This girl definitely gets a pass. They're still honor roll students, but you better treat them like that instead of trying to pull them down. And why create that unnecessary drama? If you want drama, there's plenty of other groups in the 48 group family that have lots of that. Like a certain other group that lost a bunch of members. Oh, you like that seg? We'll get to that.
Mhm.
But I'm just saying, BNK, come on, you can do better than that. But let's get into the other group because
Go ahead.
that's interesting.
Go ahead.
So apparently, Jakarta48, who we have not heard much from, well, we heard a lot from them recently.
In one day.
In one day, what, 6
Yeah.
of their members graduated?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
6.
6.
What? The HE double hockey sticks is what happened? Does
I'm
anybody
not
have
sure.
what was the official reason?
I don't see the official reasons yet.
Right,
But in the
Because
past
there aren't
week,
any. 'Cause
yeah.
I didn't see them.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Colin.
the past,
There's
yeah.
one girl, which is Steffi, the girl that did the abroad studying in Japan.
Remember
last year.
Steffi?
Yeah.
And with the boyfriend where we talked about,
Yeah.
where she was caught.
She was
I
caught,
believe that she's like 18, and I think she said in her tweet that she wanted to focus on studies. So that's something, kind of like Gotorara. But yeah, 6 in a row. It's like, I don't think that they all wanted to study, but I don't know.
Maybe like
No,
Steffi's leaving. Okay, I'm leaving too. Wait, you're leaving? Okay, I'm leaving too. And then it's
she's
like a
leaving
chain
too.
effect.
I've actually got another
can't-
anecdote from one of the
Good.
graduates of
Sure.
the announced graduation, and that's Michelle Kusnadi. She actually participated, or she was part of Majisuka Gakuen 4 when Sakura was the lead. back then.
Oh,
Okay.
She was
Well-
also part of the cast for Majisuka Gakuen 4. So
I thought that's okay. Oh.
But they're leaving.
know.
I don't know
leaving,
why
yeah.
then. There's no valid reason or anything. But 6 in a row? Could you imagine that announcement? I don't know how the announcement went. Did they all went together, or was it like one by one
it
by
was at
one?
the stage show. It was at the stage
I
show.
mean,
Great stage show.
again, it's Idol. Here today, gone today. The majors, I guess maybe they're not as different as the minors. There's a group in the underground world called Sakasama. They literally lost everybody except one member the other day. That's like 5 members gone or something. And
Oh, I'm sorry.
Again, it's no, but this group has meant so much to so many people for a couple years now or whatever. Yep, gone, done. And it's like that happens, okay? That really does happen in Idol.
Yeah,
But
but
usually when it happens, there isn't a good reason for it. There's almost never a good reason. It's not 5 people unanimously decide to study, just like in 6 people in Jakarta. Something happened. Now, again, the girls that are graduating, they're not Japanese, right? They're full
No.
Indonesian or...
mm,
I don't. I'm so sorry. My geography is terrible. But here's the thing: they might have another reason that isn't necessarily the same kind of reasons that a Japanese idol group would necessarily graduate as a result of. Like, you get a creepy producer who's doing creepster things. Other girls might resign in protest of the one girl or girls that the guy's being creeped to. That I can see. And again, whether that becomes public or not depends on the limit of the NDAs they're signing or how much they don't want to get the group in trouble. They want to see the group go on, which a lot of times I think these girls, when they have like a creep idol producer moment and they leave, they don't want the group to suffer. So they make up some BS excuse. I can see that. Jakarta, I don't know. But I will say this. I'm really curious to know the story, and I bet you some of our fans know, because we do have some Jakarta fans that are diehards. Leave it in the comments, because I am really dying to know more about it. And also, too, it's just a very sad commentary on Jakarta, who used to be this enormous powerhouse. They were the only sister group outside of, or they were what did we call them? The stepsisters. They're the only stepsister group outside of, the sister groups that was doing anything for how many years?
yeah,
And now,
long time.
and then BNK came and pretty much, they've dominated our conversation for obvious reasons. And sorry, people, that's just how it's been. Manila 48's been dominating conversation for not the best reasons, unfortunately. Some good reasons, but the point I'm getting at is Jakarta's just like floated away, and now they're back in, and for the wrong reason. I don't like this. I want to know what happened, only because private life aside, I feel like we haven't heard anything from Jakarta.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really, we haven't. I mean, they've had things happen, but nothing like mind-blowing, like, wow, let's take a look at them. When was their last MV that, like, anybody really paid attention to?
Don't
That
That
remember.
was their Susenkyo. No,
No.
their Susenkyo single was High Tension, which was, I believe, the final song with Cindy, which was released very early this year, or like at the back end of 2018. And since
Yes.
then, they
Exactly.
haven't put out any single. And
Exactly.
the same day they announced the 6 members leaving, they announced their Susenkyo. So it's been like, and the only thing, well, not the only thing, I do know that they've been busy in their reboot. We did have a mention of it before.
Yeah.
But,
They
still
focus on
nothing,
their. Yeah, it's still nothing. They at least were doing stuff. Like people have told me, like the JKT Circus as a thingy
Oh, that's cool.
that they
That's
did.
cool.
Handshake events were going on. There was something
That's
like
good.
JKT Academy. Like they've been doing stuff.
Yeah,
to
but 6 in a
it
row.
work.
That's or not in a row at once. That's
At once.
Once, yeah.
It's weird. There are questions behind it, because last time when we had like 3 in a row at once, that was NGT48, and then you're like, oh, that makes
yeah.
sense when that was announced. This one is like, what happened? Who died?
What happened? right? It's like Migma Shelter, when I saw them, 2 years ago or whatever, and all their members pretty much said they're done except for one of them. And it
I wonder what
blew
that is
me
actually.
away.
That's like, didn't get the memo, and she's like, "Oh, was that today?"
Right? Right?
Yeah,
It's just crazy to me. So I really hope JKT48's okay. I hope that this is just something that happened. It doesn't involve something that can have long-lasting repercussions. Again, my mind goes to creepy idol producer, like some dude who just couldn't keep their hands off the idol or idols, and then the other girls are supporting the one that was touched by the producer. That would be the first immediate idea I come to mind. The other one would be that they're not being listened to. There is an idol group, I don't want to mention who they are, but there's an idol group in the underground who had lost all their members, and when I say lost, it's actually kind of a misnomer. It was more like they all quit because their producers wouldn't listen to them. They tried offering suggestions, tips, opinions. Their producers like, shut your mouth. We don't want to hear what you say. I'm like, oh, that's cool. We'll all just quit. And they did. And they went to another group, and now they're doing phenomenally well, which is funny because this producer reformed the group, and it's not doing that great because no one cares. But my point is, it's like stuff like that happens. Like the producer has messed up in some way, or the management has done something that really peeved these idols off to have them leave like that. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, again, that's underground world thinking. I don't know how it is in the majors, especially I don't know how it is with Jakarta, but my mind goes there. It's that, or they all got busted with boyfriends, and that wasn't their decision. Man was like, you need to leave. We're gonna make it easy for you. We're not gonna embarrass you. Just leave. In which they might have did the girls a solid. I don't know. I mean, there's so much speculation. But if you know anything, JKT fans, please tell us. Please let us know, because we are watching this like kind of closely.
Colin, you had something you want to mention?
Yes,
Sorry.
I remembered something that probably you would love more than I would, though I still think that it's pretty cool in and of itself. The Susenkyo song will be an original song, I've heard.
Oh,
So
Finally.
about time.
You heard it?
It's
It's about time.
Which
It's
is weird
about
because
time.
no, that's true. I do remember people telling me, that there was talk that somewhere earlier this year, that they did say that they wanted to do it, because I do feel that we talked about it, and
We
then
did.
BNK came,
We did, yeah, but
and
it was
now
silent
it is
afterwards.
like, boom! That will be
It will happen.
the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's.
Is there a date for the upcoming Sasenkyo then?
I think it's November, but
Okay.
the exact date I don't know. Probably the same date-ish that it was last year, which I cannot remember. I do know it is in November, so we'll see. Maybe it could be good. I'm intrigued. I want to know what they will do. Why
So,
not?
Yeah.
You know?
Cool. What else? What else happened? I think we covered a lot of things.
We should probably talk about NGT.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I thought that we were.
Do we have
well,
to?
Well,
I mean-
let's put it this way. They
I read
had
it-
their first stage.
Yeah, I'd rather talk about the photo book that's been covering up Yamaguchi Maho present. That looks amazing. If you haven't ordered
I
it,
mean,
go
bad
order
things
it.
first, and then the good stuff. Do the bad things first, then the good stuff, Robin.
Here's the thing: the NGT thing. Again, I don't want to give them any time than they because they don't deserve it. But the girls themselves, they put on what I saw, at least the little bit I saw, very heartfelt performance. The girls that were crying, it's kind of like, well, you're kind of the ones in question of everything. So I don't
Yeah.
really know if I buy the crocodile tears that you got going there. But you don't know. I think that it was an overwhelming thing. Like, we're trying to get back. I do like NGT. Like I said, they're the only group in how many years that's actually given me a single I like legit think is an insta classic. But that doesn't erase what happened. And just because they took some time off also doesn't erase what happened. I am happy to see them back to some degree, but I also don't really know if it's going to mean anything or if it's going to resonate. And also, the only reason I'd be happy is because of certain rumors about a certain person taking him over. And if that's true, then I would be for it, because I think then you could kind of get a fresh start. And it goes back to what we talked about a long time ago, how I said they need to have somebody really take it over that could like legitimize it. So Sashi did take it over, as the rumors implying. That would be a smart move, but it still doesn't erase the taint and stain of the abuse that Mahone went through. And I think no matter how many performances they get, how many emotional things they go through, you really have to make that right. And it's never going to be right. So therefore, NGT is never going to be right, I think. Unless Sashi takes it over, addresses all that, makes it real clear that that stuff is never going to happen again, maybe we can forgive. I don't know. But that's just my take on it. A quick take at that.
I'd rather talk about the photo book. That's
Don't have to convince me. She's my Oshi in the group.
Yeah,
so yeah, Mahone is amazing. Photo book is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. Like, pretty stoked about it. She doesn't even look like her though. Like, she's grown up.
I was thinking like, is this a picture of Sashi? And then it's like, no, that looks different.
No.
Yeah, okay, Colin. I know it's weird to compare it to Sashi, but Sashi also had a photo book, and there's a photo that is similar to the pose. So that's why I was like, is this Sashi?
Oh.
Wait, no, wait, that's actually Mahone.
Okay.
So, not like they're look-alike, because they look nothing alike
No,
to each
that
other.
was my initial.
No, but I'm looking forward to this. It seems like a very classy photo book that I was looking forward for. And maybe some pages will be a little bit more, but overall I would be like,
It'll be class mostly, I would say.
I like
At
that.
least.
I like to see
Yeah,
that.
but here's
Word
the-
as you speak, so yeah.
I don't know if that would be the right move for her though. I almost wonder if she should embrace this like real sensual inner side of her. And the reason why I say that is because it's like throwing that in the face of people that would take abuse of, like try to take advantage of that. It's like, yes, I'm sexy, yes, I'm sensual, and yes, you can't have me. And sorry, you can't, and I'm sorry you thought you could, but I still feel beautiful about myself. I still think I'm going to show off what I have, because I'm not going to let this creepster situation ruin the fact that I know what I have. So I don't know, classy's cool, but I also think really risking some stuff out there is kind of a big middle finger to those that would try to take advantage of her, because it kind of, I think, reaffirms her strength. But that's just me. That's not me trying to be a weirdo thinking I just want to see her naked, because I don't. I'm just saying, like, I think going more on the riskier side is actually more of a big FU to all these people that, try to bring her down. But that's just me. I don't know. I mean, that's one way to look at it.
We shall see. It's coming soon, so
We shall see.
looking
We shall
forward
see.
to that. Okay, anything else?
There was something interesting that I wanted to bring up. So
Mhm.
Goto Moe graduated last week, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And when someone graduates, of course, there will be a special song, which happened. It was Mahardika Mukune and her song that she was the center for the Susenkyo.
Mhm.
But you would also expect guests, right?
Sometimes.
And no, there wasn't. There was Saki from Team B, but like no Hinana, which I thought was very weird. And it was just that,
You
just
were
Saki.
missing.
I love
You were
Saki.
missing something.
Yeah, it felt weird. And on top of that, that same day, I don't think that many people know, she deleted pretty much everything on Twitter and Instagram, barring like 3 posts. And I found that to be quite odd.
It's a refresh.
so-
That's actually no. That's what they normally do, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can delete your entire account like other people, but it felt weird to me. Maybe because same day, because no one came in particular, no one could, or they weren't called, or maybe Moe didn't want to. It felt cold for me. I thought it was very weird that she would.
Just more like a bye. All right, let's
Yeah.
move on.
Which I never had that impression of Moe. Like that's the last thing I would think of her. So it's just an odd thing, in my opinion, that they with what happened and what didn't happen. So it's weird, but maybe she wants to do
Interesting take.
clean slate.
Interesting take on it, I would say. Maybe people agree, maybe you don't. That's another thing you can add into the comments. Say, what do you think about a graduation send-off? How it's supposed to be going? Was this like normal, or was this odd?
I think for myself, I like it that they performed other songs that wasn't in the original lineup for the for Team A's theater performance. There was one guest, but I would definitely expect it to be Hinana to be there, which because they have always been together. So it's kind of weird for me, and
Okay.
so it's kind of mixed. But
Alright.
I'm still sad that she had to decided to graduate. But yeah, it's the thing. It was kind of weird for me.
Alright then. Anything else before we go to our recommendations?
I
No.
wanted to mention the Liga Un cover sheet.
That's my recommendation for next week or this week. I'm so I really like this cover of her singing this song a lot. So I listened to the original song and it's not doing that for me because I like this version as well. And I'm talking about is it called Señorita?
Yes, Señorita.
Yeah, and basically it's a Western song by two people who normally sing it, and it's pretty new. I would say it's still getting popular, but she did a cover of it, and Liga Un is just her voice is so pure, and she does it in a slow, sensual way. So go find out. Just type in YouTube Liga Un and
I'll
cover.
make a little eye mark.
Yeah, there's something that just go watch this. This is a blessing for the ears, I would say. And my other recommendation is the Utage. Just go watch that. That's gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to that. So,
Well,
DX.
since we're at the recommendations, one thing I wanted to recommend first was watch the upcoming AKBingo, which is the continuation of the family battle. Another recommendation I have is actually a subbed release by Haka Team, and it's the barbecue Sashi did with the members 2 days before her graduation concert.
Oh.
It's really fun to listen. It's really fun to watch, and there's the usual shenanigans and games and such. But it's basically one of the final times Sashi is with all the HKT members.
So it's like a Odekake style.
Yeah,
thing.
something like that.
Hey,
Something like that.
we want that. Colin.
Saturday, finally, Asia Fest Part 2. AKB48's Asia Festival in Shanghai. Team
Without
SH
SH.
will be the hosts. I am beyond looking forward to this. I still think that the Bangkok concert was amazing. My favorite thing so far this year still is, and I don't think that it will be top. And it's what was it? 7 teams: AKB, BNK, MNL, JKT, SH, SGO, and TP. And
Except Abe Miria.
Except
yeah, of course.
Her work visa something it didn't work, so she had to be replaced. Sad. Aww. I really thought that would be very fun, but it's not meant to be, sadly.
Maybe she'll do another burger commercial. Those were good.
Oh, that would be
Too hot for that. Too hot for Carl there.
Man, now I lost my train of thought. That would be great. He isn't going. But I still hope that regardless of that, even though it's always sad, a last minute replacement in that sense, that it will be a great concert. It is something that will be live streamed. You probably have to pay for it, but people, you will find a way. I find a way. I always find a way. Because it's but I look forward to it immensely. I hope it will be great, in some ways better, as in improving upon what was not necessarily missing, but things that you could improve on. I hope it will be fun. I want to see units. I want to see them all do a big song, probably Corsair Fortune Cookie, because that's always good, which I'm fine with. Aita Kata, probably, that was the last time as well. So just fun songs, mixed units, from every group, 1 or 2 maybe, or who cares? Just something interesting, mixing, and having a great time and being awesome.
Cool. Thanks, Scotland. And finally, Derek.
Yeah. So the league on it really reminded me of watching a really good performer in a real chill, unexpected way. You're at some bar or some restaurant,
You have some
and this
whiskey
girl's
in your
just-
hand and just listening to
yeah,
this.
just drinking and you had a long day and you're looking over and this girl is just crushing it, and she's really speaking to your soul because of the tone that she's using, that real chill vibe. Lee's got that, but the funny part is this is a girl who they did not pick on Produce 48. Just let that sink in. watch this video and then say that to yourself, and then realize the absurdity of pop culture and entertainment in business. Because this girl, I don't think you get much better than her. I really don't. I don't know. Like, Cheon might be able to dance. This girl can sing. And I'm not saying Cheon can't sing, but I'm saying, like, this girl can really, really sing. And we all knew her story. It was, go watch that. It's a short clip. It's not like it's going to take you a long time. It's well worth the visit. The other thing is, too, well, I guess kind of a selfish plug here. I just put up on my Patreon my vlog on the Necronomidal tour. I answered a bunch of questions that you guys asked me that I actually was like, hey, if you got questions, let me know. So a lot of you gave me some, and I took the time to answer that. This is also my first vlog on my Panasonic GH5, and I actually also had a monitor that I bought. So this is all coming from the people that support me. I couldn't get all that without your help. So this is sort of a gift to you guys on my birthday. I'm going to give you guys a gift.
Aw.
And I don't know. I mean, I hope it's okay. Again, I'm brand new, so if you have any comments about what I can do better, leave it in the message. In our comments. The good thing is, guess what? I'm not making an MV for a major group, so keep that in mind. This is just my thing, and if it's bad, it's okay because I'm learning, and I'm first to admit that. So there's that, and then I guess the last thing would be one for myself. I'm gonna go watch the AKBingos because that sounds like a great recommendation. And it's when AKBingo's right and when they're on, Colin, they're on. They're super on.
Awesome.
Right? So it sounds like we're getting a bit of an old nostalgic, like when they're on type show. So I'm gonna check that out, and maybe you should too. And those are my recommendations.
Very good then. So, with that, thank you for watching this week's episode of 48 Talk. See you next time then. Bye everybody.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye bye. So we're still gonna read on the Philippines, right? Bye bye everybody.